Another week of Dota JEN action. Mara fanboys versus the Dire.
Dire team back.
First ban Viper, no surprise. Probably a first round ban in pretty much any game that you see nowadays.
Radiant team
Lifestealer ban, another non-surprise ban. Two very strong heroes in the game right now. Lifestealer with basically a free BKB from the start of the game, so and if he gets fed, it's not fun to play against, that's for sure. Let's see who Radiant decides to ban here.
Dire team back.
Medusa ban. Saw her ban first last week. I was kind of surprised. Never really been a big Medusa fan, but if she gets a good early game, she's pretty much unstoppable late game.
Radiant team back.
Bounty Hunter ban, another currently strong hero. He's had some nerfs recently, but he's still played a lot. Still annoying. Takes your gold. Just invisible. All around annoying hero to play against.
Seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Slardar ban, that's interesting. Slardar is a pretty good offlaner.
Team pick.
And a Morphling ban. Never been a big Morphling player myself. You don't really see him go right click often either. You normally see him go shotgun build, which is really good against a squishy team. But it still takes some farm to get there.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
First pick for the Radiant is a Lion. Lion's fun. He's got lots of crowd control. His Finger of Death can easily one-shot squishy heroes early game. Not the best late game, but it has gotten some better scaling.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Dire's time to pick here. Warlock. Warlock's by far my favorite support to play. I just think his kit's not the most fun to play. Upheaval I think is a little underwhelming. But his ultimate is very good in team fights.
10 seconds
His
remaining.
heal is actually very good early game as well.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's second pick here. Using a bunch of their reserve time here. Not sure what's going on. Down to 58 seconds of the reserve time. Still lots of picks and bans.
Radiant team pick.
And they decided to go with the Grimstroke. Grimstroke's very strong. Mara fanboys decided to go with the Lich. Lich is by far my favorite support to play. His ice armor change is actually really good. His ultimate's really good. I think his Q as a nuke is really good. Not a big fan of the gaze, which replaced basically a mana regen where you ate a creep and got a bunch of mana back. It was kind of a nerf to Lich because it means he can't just sit in lane and nuke the lane down, and it also was big about denying experience and gold from the other team, so they changed it to gaze. And gaze is alright if you can get catch someone out on their own, but other than that, I don't think it's a big team fight skill that's really worth anything.
Remaining.
Bans coming up here. Radiant decide to ban Dazzle, and a Doom ban on the Dire side.
Dire team ban.
Juggernaut ban for Radiant. Surprised they banned Dazzle. They already have 2 supports on the Dire side. Not really sure. I feel like they should have banned more of a carry than Dazzle. And then an Ursa ban on the Dire. Ursa's very strong early game. He can fall off late game though. He can get bursted down really easy by other carries, and he can get kited very easily. So he's not good super early game until he has Blink Dagger, but if he can get some hits on you, he does a lot of damage. Next pick up here for the Dire. See what they decide to go. Probably going to pick an off-lane hero here. Usually wait to see their mid pick last. We'll see what they decide to go.
Radiant team pick.
Got a Sven for the Dire. Sven's been through some ups and downs.
Dire team pick.
And we got a Spectre for the Radiant. I watched the Spectre game last week, and he did not do so well. Spectre definitely needs his lane. He needs to farm, and if he doesn't get that, he can get shut down. And if you shut him down enough to the point where he doesn't get Radiance at a decent time, he can pretty much fall off. You can decide to switch
5 seconds remaining.
the Radiance for more early game builds if you're getting dominated in lane. But if you can get a good early game and get an early Radiance, he's very good, especially he can ult on top of the entire team in a team fight, and the burn just kills everyone on the opposite team.
Radiant team pick.
Dire decides to go with the Darkseer off lane. Never a bad pick for off lane. He's not my most favorite to play. I find his kit kind of boring, but he does work, so no surprise that we're seeing him played here.
10 seconds remaining. 5
Radiant's
seconds
turn
remaining.
to pick. Probably gonna see their off-lane hero here. I doubt they're gonna pick their mid.
Dire team ban.
Bristleback. So Bristle is a decent off lane. I've also seen him mid, depending on who the Dire decides to pick next. But I think either mid or all-flame bristleback is really good. Obviously, you don't want to play a bristleback mid against someone who can easily kite him, but
5 seconds
I've played
remaining.
him versus snipers mid before, and snipers don't really have the kit to be able to do much about him. He just spikes you to death pretty much.
Radiant team ban.
Dire decides to ban the Zeus. Played Zeus 2 weeks ago when I was at the event, and it was absolutely awful. Not a good Zeus player at all.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
See what the Radiant decides to ban here. Probably going to end up banning a mid. Or at least I'd hope that they decide to ban a mid.
Radiant team pick.
And they ban the OD. I really liked OD before the change to the E, because now it's an activatable. You have to activate it to get mana back instead of just a passive, which was kind of a nerf to him, but if you can play him well, it works out really well for him, especially if you're doing a ton of damage to the other team.
10 seconds remaining.
See what Radiant decides to go as their mid.
5 seconds remaining.
Got plenty of time to decide.
Dire team pick.
Venomancer.
Venomancer. Veno's annoying mid, but if you're not careful with his wards and if you're not careful about denying his wards, he can definitely feed a lot of gold to the opposite team. But his poison is really good, so we'll see if he decides to do a poison max build
10
or
seconds remaining.
a ward max build. It's probably going to depend on who he has to
5
face
seconds
against,
remaining.
and if they have the damage to kill Zeus or not. And
Choose your
the
hero.
Dire picks a Necro. I think for a Necro matchup against a Venom mid, he should probably... it's hard to pick if he should go ward build or poison build, because I feel like Necro can just kind of out heal either one. I mean, the poison is good, but early on it's not like it's doing a ton of damage. I think realistically the poison build would probably be best as long as he can get stacks on the Necro.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And here we go, Radiant side, we got Nidhogg on the Bristleback,
Prepare
going
for
off
battle.
lane. We got Lion and Spectre going safe lane, Venom mid, and it looks like they're gonna maybe tri-lane. No, looks like Lich is going to end up going top to kind of help support that Bristle. On the Dire side, we got Darkseer going off lane, no surprise there. Necro going mid, no surprise there. And Sven Grinstroke going top. Maybe a tri-lane on this Dire side. It looks like Warlock's going to end up going top, which not the biggest surprise because Darkseer doesn't really need a whole lot of help on the off lane. He just puts Ion Shell and stuff and it dies. So not really like they need in bot. The only thing is hopefully the tri-lane works out for this Sven, because while Sven doesn't absolutely need levels as much as items, it's still very important. It looks like they're actually going to invade here against a Bristle and a Lich. And the Radiant looks like they're just going to back off and let that bounty rune go.
Begins.
So it looks like it might go. Oh no, Lion actually got that bounty rune. So it's actually going to go 2-2. Darkseer's here, going to get some hits on this Spectre, try to bully him out of lane a little bit. It does look like Benno's going to go the poison build here.
Denied.
Meanwhile, we got Lion down here harassing Darkseer. Lich taking some damage up top. These supports are not letting this off-lane duo get close to creeps here. I feel like Darkseer needs to start throwing Ion Shell on the creeps and not himself, especially if he's going to get harassed by this Lion. He's not going to be able to get any farm that way. This Radiant off lane is getting harassed a lot. I feel like Dire should maybe pull a lane to pull the creeps back so they can continue to just push them out of lane. Spectre's actually doing pretty well against this Darkseer. Normally don't see Darkseer losing this badly on a safe lane, and normally you see him win sometimes. Dire pushing Radiant off lane out again. Bristle still has some regen. Got a double damage top. We'll see if anyone decides to go for that. Surprisingly, missed the first blood top. Not very surprised. These supports on the Dire side have absolutely been given Sven all this room to farm. They've been harassing this Bristle and the Lich the entire time. Mid's still fairly even matched.
No.
Looks like Lion's gonna try to come around here and pick off this
Double
Necro.
damage.
He's got a point in Earth Spike, a point in Hex, and Venno has Venomous Gale ready. Do gotta be careful that he doesn't just get knocked down with this double damage rune though. And it looks like Lion's actually gonna go back bottom. Again, we got the two supports up here just absolutely zoning this off lane out on the Radiant side. He's taking lots of damage. Looks like Lich was gonna come try to kill mid. Still thinking about it. He's coming in. He's got the nuke, but probably should have went around the other way or engaged when Necro was way up front, but he tried. Spectre's still doing work on this bottom lane. Darkseer's still hanging on though. Hasn't died to him at least. Bristle goes down again in this off lane. Sven gets the kill again. A lot of gold going to Sven. He's now 2,400 net worth. He's got his boots. It looks like he's going masks next. Bounty runes are up.
What surge is this?
Bounty.
Looks like all runes went to the Dire side. They now have a 2k gold lead.
No.
Looks like Warlock came down to try to help out this Darkseer, try to prevent some farm on this Spectre.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, it looks like they decide to try lane on the off lane for the Radiant side to try to get Bristle some more farm, some more experience, because right now he's only level 3. Pinging out the regen rune top. Warlock here is looking for a kill on this Venomancer mid. Doesn't look like they're going to get a kill, but they will get some harass on him.
Denied. Regeneration.
Down bot, looks like this Darkseer might be in trouble. Spectre's already level 6. Are they going to be able to do it? No, they're not. It was close though. They almost got the kill on him. Meanwhile, up top we got Bristle still trying to hold his own in this off lane here. The good thing with Bristle is he is keeping up in levels because they are tri-laning. But he's hurting in his net worth. Oh, looks like they're going to try to go on him. They're going to try to get Necro mid. Spectre comes in, and they're getting the TP, but he's going to go down. Warlock tries to come in, Grimstroke comes in, but they're not going to be able to turn anything on that. Big pickup for the Radiant side, getting that kill on the Necro. Necro can be very strong in the late game. So that's a good pick-off for them. Kill did go to the Spectre as well. That's kind of scary. Spectre now, top of the net worth chart.
Radiant's middle tower
About
is under attack.
200 and some change gold ahead of the Sven. And then you got Necro behind him. Veno's behind a net worth, but he does have the levels on Necro now. And here comes Warlock. Looks like he was going to try to take them out. Looks like he's just going to get some harass on them. If they did engage there with that lion there, they would have easily got return kills on that. Meanwhile, Bristle's very far pushed up with Warlock coming in. He might be in trouble here. Sven's also coming in now. Lich is coming in to try to help him out. Lion T is TPing in. They looked for him, but they couldn't find him, and he gets out easily. And so it looks like Venom is going max poison build. Decided to not go for the plague wards at all, and that poison's doing a lot of work on this Necro. It looks like he's going to try to go for that kill, but he misses the Gale, so he's not going to be able to get that kill. Meanwhile, Bristle goes down top.
You're of no account in my ledger.
We got Lion coming in behind on the Necro. He's going to try to go for him. He hits the Gale. He's probably going to go down to the poison, and he does. Doesn't even need the help from the Lion, but he would have easily secured that kill for them. Bounty runes are up. Dire gets 2.
What surge is
Dire's
this?
middle
Dire
tower
gets
is under attack.
3. Dire gets 4. Dire gets all 4 bounty runes. That puts them up to 2k gold lead again. They're going in on this Warlock kill. Bristle TP's in after his death. Got heal on Warlock though. And it looks like Warlock's going to go down here too much slow. Necro's pushing in, trying to get some return on the Radiant team. Doesn't get anything out of it. Good kill for the Radiant team. Puts Dire back at a 1k gold lead. Kills even 3-3. Spectre still on top of the network charts, followed by Spen, and now we have Venomancer 3rd above the Necro. Looks like Radiant's rotating down bot, although this Spectre doesn't really need
Radiant's
it,
middle
and
tower is
Dire's
under attack.
going to be in trouble if they continue to let this Spectre free farm. He's already got Radiance queued up with 2100 gold. He gets the Gale on Necro. He's going to hit him with some poison. He might go down here. And I think this is going to be a solo kill. Necro turns, gets a chain, and Venom's actually going to go down. They kill each other. That was a good play by the
Dire's
Necro
middle
turning on
tower
that
is
and
under
not
attack.
letting the Venom just get a solo kill on a mid, because that could have spelled some trouble for him mid, and it actually keeps them close to the net worth. Spectre now level 10, highest in the game. Looks like they're going to go on the
Radiant's
Spen up
middle
top.
tower
He gets
is
the
under
stun.
attack.
Lich gazes him. The ice armor does a lot of damage, and he's not able to get out. Big kill for the Radiant side. Sven's been farming very well. Meanwhile, it looks like they might get a return kill on this Lion bot, and they will.
Assigned original.
And they also get a kill on the Warlock mid. Looks like Warlock was trying to just get some farm and experience, but this Venom's been farming very well. Max Poison Sting and max Venomous Gale. Not much you can do against that, to be honest. If he gets a couple hits on you with Poison Sting stacks,
Dire's
it
middle
does a lot
tower
of
is under
damage.
attack.
It looks like the Necro is going to come in here. They're going to try to get this kill on the Veno, but TP was either cancelled or he messed that up.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Not
under
really
attack.
sure what happened there. Not sure if he decided to not go mid or he accidentally canceled his TP. Darkseer getting some farm on his own bot. See this Radiance. It's about 600
Radiant's
gold
bottom tower is
from
under attack.
Relic. Not bad timing, especially with having boots already. Got 3 mid on the dire side. Looks like they might try to get something on this Veno, but now Veno has wards, even though, so they do die very easily level 1, so that's pretty much free gold. Meanwhile, we got a big fight mid. Looks like Warlock's gonna go down here. He did ult. They get Reapers on. Oh, this is a disaster for the Radiant side. Veno comes in late to the fight, but he's unable to do anything. They get the kill on the Warlock, but that's basically 4 down for 1. 2 of your cores. That was not a good fight for the Radiant side.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think what they need to do is they need to just farm until Spectre gets his Radiance and then fight. Because once Spectre gets Radiance, I don't know how well the dire side is going to be able to fight into that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Money changes
Coin for me.
That's exact.
Lots of gold exchange for the dire. Go up 1,590 gold. Go up 3,000 experience from that fight. And it was actually a
Radiant's top
5 for
tower
1,
is
so
under attack.
big fight for the dire, and they're going to get the
Dire's
tap.
structures are fortified.
Well, they're probably going to get the tower
Radiant
out of
structures
this.
are fortified. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, Venom's back mid, just trying to farm up. Got Spectre in the jungle trying to get some farm. I feel like he should just go bottom lane. Lion's going to get called out here, and he's going to go down. Not the biggest pick off for the dire, but anytime you can get a kill, especially on a support like Lion,
Dire's
that's
bottom
big.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, they saw that war go down. Looks like they're trying to go on this Bristle. So it basically turned into a 3v2 without TPs. Get the silence on the Bristle. He's going to stun him up. Here comes Lion, stuns the Grimstroke, and he's going to allow Bristleback to get out of there. Now have 4 bot. Necro decided to come down and join the fight. Bristle needs to make sure he doesn't get caught out here. If he gets stunned by the Sven, he might be dead. It is now
Dire's
5
middle tower
bottom
is
lane,
under
5
attack.
on the dire. Looks like Dire just wants his tower. And it looks like Radiant's just going to give it to him. They do have Lich coming in, but I don't think they can do
Radiant's
anything
bottom tower is
3v5.
under attack.
It looks like Lich is going to get
Radiant's
caught out here.
bottom
Gets
tower has fallen.
Atos.
Dire's middle
Oh, he
tower
gets a
is
good
under
ult
attack.
off though. They might be able to turn this if Spectre ults in, and he does. He's just going to try to go in. They get the stun off, and Darkseer with that surge allows him to
Dire's
get out
middle
without
tower is
dying,
under
but they are
attack.
going to chase him down. Lion has his stun. Oh, and he gets a 2. And Veno gets his ult as well, but Warlock comes in with his
Dire's
ult.
top tower is under attack.
Currently 1 for 1. Bristle needs to try to get out of here without dying. Sven actually goes down. They're chasing this Veno. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get him, and now it looks like they're going to get the return kill on the Grimstroke, and they do. Darkseer and Warlock are going to end up getting out, but that's not a good fight for the dire. They got 1 support for 2 cores and a support, so that's not what the dire wanted to do there. That stun from the Lion was huge.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like Dire's just, or Radiant's just going to go back to farming. See where he's at on the Radiance. He's almost has it done. He's only about 300 gold away from it. Already has a Sacred Relic. Looks like it's going to be about a sub 20 minute Radiance on this Spectre. War game is pretty strong for the Dire side, but it looks like they're going to get dewarded here top. Bristle's got a Vanguard. Looks like he's farming pretty nicely now. Back in the middle of the pack as far as net worth goes. Got Veno and Spectre
Dire's
top
bottom
2,
tower is under attack.
followed by Sven and Necro. And Radiant side's now 1k up on gold lead, so it's not over for the Dire. If they can get good fights, they can definitely win this. Especially with a good placed
Dire's
Warlock
middle tower
ult.
is under attack.
Meanwhile, it looks like
Radiant's
they're trying to
top
go on
tower
this
is under
Lion,
attack.
but they're not going to be able to do anything. He gets the stun out.
For
Dire's
my
Bounty
middle
runes
tower
go 2
has
for
fallen.
2 to Dire to the Radiant. This is a point in the game where bounty runes can be big. If you let
Regeneration.
one team or the other get all 4, that's a lot of gold. So Dire seemed to get pretty much all of them early game, but even then, Radiant's up 2k gold just from kills. Not worrying about the bounty runes as much. Looks like Dire's going to try to 5-man mid here and try to take this mid tower.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, Spectre's
Dire's
up top.
top tower
Not sure
is
if
under
he
attack.
does have his ult, so he can easily just ult in. And Dire's hesitant. Not sure if they're going to try to push this tower or not.
Dire's structures are
Meanwhile,
fortified.
they're probably going to lose top, and it looks like they're actually just going to TP in and try to get this Spectre, but nothing's going to happen. Especially a third TP. But they might be able to deny that tower. Not sure if that tower's in deny range. It is, and they will get that
Dire's
denied.
top
So
tower has been denied.
smart thinking from the Dire team there to not push that fight mid, because they would definitely would have lost that mid, and decided to defend that top tower and get the deny. Spectre does have Radiance now, so any big team fights he can just ult in. His illusions can do damage, lots of damage. Something Dire needs to keep in mind. I'm not sure if they know if he has that Radiance yet. Radiant looks like they're going to try to push onto this Dire bottom tier 1. You got Darkseer down here, and it looks like Warlock and Necro's coming in,
Radiant's
but I
middle
think they're not
tower
going
is
to be able
under
to do
attack.
anything about this.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower
Meanwhile,
is
we
under
got an
attack.
Invis rune top.
Dire's
Doesn't
bottom
look
tower
like
has
anyone's
fallen.
going to see that it's there. They both know that it's there. They got it warded, but this person needs to be careful not to get called out. There is 4 down here. Bristle's just going to go in. He gets ice armored. Sven gets
Radiant's top tower
the
is
stun,
under
but
attack.
here comes the Spectre with that Radiance. Necro goes down. Sven is going to get kited here, and that poison's just going to slow him down. I don't think he's going to be able to get any return kills off of this, especially getting hexed. Meanwhile, Necro ults Bristle, but it doesn't do much. Sven also goes down. Necro buys back. And he's going to die to Spectre's Radiance. Now a 6k gold lead for the Radiant.
Dire's bottom tower
Questionable
is under attack.
buyback there from the Necro. That puts him down 1,300 gold. Spectre, tons of damage coming out on that.
Dire's bottom tower is
And
under
they're also,
attack.
looks like they're going to get this tier 2 bot of the Dires. They are now up 7k
Dire's
gold
bottom
on
tower
the Dire
has
side.
fallen.
Top 3 net worths are going to the Radiant.
Spectre on top, followed by Veno, followed by Bristol, and then fourth top net worth is Sven, but he's starting to fall very far behind both the Veno and the Spectre. Looks like they're pinging out to defend this dire tier 2. And it looks like Radiant will be looking at going for it. It looks like Spectre's working on a heart now. That heart's gonna make him ridiculously tanky. To the point where I don't even know if the Dire has the damage to deal with the Radiant's heart Spectre. Sven could deal with it, but he just doesn't have the items, and he's been getting kited all these team fights.
Bounty.
Spectre thinking about going for that kill, but he's not going to. So yeah, looks like Spectre knows this entire Dire team's down here. They're going to try to smoke and find a kill. They're circling their jungle. The only issue is this is Radiant's entire team except Spectre, but Spectre has his ult. They're going to go in on the Necro. Spectre ults, he's going to pop in. Reaper scythed on the Bristol, but he had so much health it didn't do anything. He ends up going down, and they're gonna chase this. Grimster's gonna end up going down, possibly. Nope, they get the surge on him and the Sven stun. They're gonna back out. Darkseer blinks out. Warlock's trying to get some damage on this Lich, but looks like he might be fine, especially with the boots there. Sven runs up here and gets immediately hexed.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lion actually goes down to the Warlock.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That dagger chased him for a good while, and it does end up taking him down.
Dire's top tower is under
Sven
attack.
doesn't go down, but it is a big loss to lose that Necro yet again. I feel like Necro here is just kind of ulting just to ult. He's used it on Bristleback twice with like full health, and it doesn't do any damage to him. He needs to, if he's gonna just use it, He needs to try to use it on Lion or Lich, people who are, or anyone who's lower health. You don't want to use it on a Bristleback with full health because it's not gonna do anything. Radiant's just farming Dire's jungle at this point. 9k gold lead for the Radiant side. Dire smoked up here. It looks like they're going to try to fight, but they see him. They catch out the Spectre and the Bristleback, but Lich gets his ult off. He ults Spectre with full health. But it does look like Dire's actually winning this fight. They bring down the Bristle and the Lich. That was a good fight for the Dire side. Veno's still hanging around here trying to get some damage on the Dire team. Got a bunch of wards out here. Not going to be able to get any return kills. Good fight for Dire. Able to get 2 for O. Lots of experience for that Sven. back to farming. Haven't seen Radiant use any smokes yet. I'm not sure if they're just that confident where they don't think they need to use it. But I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to see if they could get some pickoffs, especially right now. Dire's kind of spread out here, but they also have been pretty much 5-manning as well. They can see this Bristle with this Dire ward here. The only one he's got here to back him up is the Lich. They're pinging out the Spectre, they know he's down here. The thing is, Radiant can see this entire Dire team. They got multiple wards in their jungle. And it looks like they're going to try to converge on them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do anything. Dire's
It's a venomancer
backed off to 5.
enhancer.
And it looks like Radiant's just going to go back to farming some more. Meanwhile,
Radiant's middle tower has
Spectre
fallen.
does actually get that hard to harass. He's going to be very hard to bring down. It looks like he's going for Butterfly next.
That's for me.
Looks like they want to go on this Spectre, but he's level 21. He's super tanky. I think even if they 5-man at this point, they're not going to bring him down. I don't think Spectre had heart during that last fight where the Dire killed 2. So I think any fights that they're going to take from here on out are going to be very rough for them if this Spectre comes in with the heart. I just don't know if they have the damage to take him down. Sven's going BKB, so that would be a little bit of a help, but it doesn't give a ton of damage. They're pinging out here. Does look like Radiant side are smoked up, and they're going to find the Grimstroke. They take him down. Spectre comes in. He's in the back lines.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Going to try to get this Dark Seer. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to take him down. They do
Dire's
get a
top
support,
tower
not the
has
biggest
fallen.
kill. But I think they'll be able to push this tier 2 mid now. Looks like they're going to try to 4-man Radiant up top and push the tier 3. Meanwhile, they're just going to send this Spectre mid on his own terms and try to take this tier 2 mid. Spectre does not have ult, so they need to be careful. And it looks like Radiant's just going to come back mid, and they're just going to push on this tier 2.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Dire ends up smoking in their base. Looks like they're going to try to go for this Roche. Not sure if Dire knows about it, but I don't expect them to contest this with their levels and their current set of items. Fighting around
Dire
Rose
are
Pit with
scanning.
the Spectre with Radiance is pretty
Radiant's
risky.
bottom tower
Does
is
look
under
like
attack.
they might actually come in
Radiant
here. They
structures
find
are
the lion, so
fortified.
I'd imagine that they know that this is happening. Roche is at about a quarter of his health left. Radiant looks like they're gonna try to back out. Spectre TP's bottom. And it looks like Radiant's just gonna abandon this Roche. His Dire going to try to go in after that. They jump in on the bristleback. That Lich ult did a lot of damage. They bring down Lion. Necro is going to ult the bristleback and get him down. It looks like they might get a kill on this Venomancer as well. Meanwhile, the Spectre's in the back line. He's coming in. He gets silenced and Rod of Atos. He might just be able to kill all three of these if they're not careful. They do get the stun off. They're trying to back up. They're getting silences on him. Here comes the Sven. He comes in with the stun. He doesn't have ult, but they might be able to take him down here. Lots of roots, lots of kiting, and Spectre goes down. I'm surprised they actually had the damage to do that, but they just kited him and he wasn't able to do anything. That Rod of Atos was actually a good pickup for the Dire team, and now Dire's going to go in and try to take this road. Radiant does have buybacks, but I don't think they're going to be able to contest this, and I doubt they're going to buy back to be able to do so. If Spectre still had his ult, he could maybe buy back and ult in, but I don't think that's going to be happening. Lion does come in to try to contest it, but Roche wasn't even close. Now here comes Bristleback. They get the Lich ult off. Sven goes down to the Lich ult, and now they're going to chase. They get the slow on Necro, but he surges and he's going to try to TP out. Meanwhile, they're just going to turn and try to go on to the Warlock. He tried to TP out, isn't able to do so. Sven now picks up his BKB, and now it looks like Radiant side's going to go back in and finish
Radiant's
off
top
this
tower is under
for
attack.
themselves.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Take him down. Bristle ends up picking up the Aegis. I actually don't think Bristle's that bad of an Aegis carrier because he doesn't have super big ults that if he just dies with Aegis, it doesn't matter. He can come back and continue to get Quill Spray out on the enemy team. Darkseer in here hiding from the Spectre. He does have TP, so he can easily just TP out. And I don't think Spectre doesn't have anything that's going to be able to take him down. Spectre's just going to back up. They only had two there, so I don't think that they would have been able to do anything, but they are moving in now, and so is the Radiant team. Lich is going to walk up here. Warlock with the Force Staff and Glimmer Cape gets him out. Get the dagger on Necro, but nothing's gonna happen here. Radiant now is 10k up on the Dire side. And it looks like Radiant wants to push this bottom tier 3. They do have to be careful though. Dire does have decent high ground defense. They have the vacuum into wall. They got stun from Sven. They got Warlock ult. They got the Grimstroke stun. Bristle's just running in though. He doesn't even care. He does have Aegis, so even if he goes down, it doesn't matter. Gets his ult off. Bristle's in the front line trying to do some work. Out comes the Warlock ult. Sven's on the side getting taken down by the illusion, but he's not going to go down. They get the kill on Grimstroke.
From the inky
He buys back.
I return.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I think Dire can still hold this
Dire's
off,
bottom
but
tower is
Bristle
under
does
attack.
still have Aegis. And it looks like he's pretty hard to kill at this point.
Dire's
Tier
bottom
3 goes
tower
down, they're
has
going to
fallen.
run in, they're going to try to take out. Double stun on the Lion. I mean, they're focusing everything on this Bristleback, but he does still have Aegis, so it doesn't really matter if he goes down. They get a kill on the Darkseer. Bristle's still in here doing work, still has Aegis. He finally goes down. Aegis is going to pop. Lion's in the side here trying to just do work, but he is getting low. Sven uses ult. Darkseer buys back. Bristle's still in here doing so much damage. Benno jumps in, uses ult, but out comes the Necro Sight, kills him. Lion goes down. Bristle's up, so far up, still doing damage. Spectre gets a kill on Necro.
Dire's middle tower is under
They
attack.
get the stun on the Bristleback. They're trying to get him. Meanwhile, Spectre's moved on over the tier 3 mid. They're not able to do anything. They take down the tier 3 mid. Now they're working on that melee barracks. Or range barracks, I'm sorry. Sven's just out here trying to slow them down. And it does look like the Radiant's gonna fall back now. Big plays from the Radiant side. They're now 18k gold lead ahead. They take down both bottom racks, the tier 3 bot and the tier 3 mid. Meanwhile, they also get a bunch of buybacks out of the Dire. Sven bought back, Grimstroke bought back, Darkseer bought back. A gold swing as much as 1100. Big XP game for Bristleback there. Good fight for the Radiant. Radiant still with the top 3 net worth,
Dire's top shrine
followed by
is under
Sven.
attack.
Sven's fallen behind now, even as much as 4k below the Bristleback at this point. At this
Dire's
point, I
top
think
shrine
Dire
is
can
under
just
attack.
hope and pray that they can take a good high ground defense and just be able to farm.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
And it looks like Radiant's just gonna 5-man up top, try to get that tier 3 top. They smoke. Yeah, looks like they're just gonna march down top lane. Meanwhile, Dire has 2 super far out. Here comes the Darkseer TPing in. Sven's still down bot. Sven's finally TPing in, but it might be too late. They're doing lots of damage on this Necro, but they get a double stun from the Sven ult. He now ults. Lich ends up going down. Out comes the ult from the Warlock, and Bristle and Benno also go down. They're getting wiped by this Dire team. Spectre's in there trying to do some work on them. He takes down the Darkseer and is now going to try to get out. He's going to try to TP. Are they going to be able to get the stun? They are not. They don't have any stuns left to get him out. That was a good high ground defense from the Dire side. A 3 for 1, I'm sorry. They do, however, get the tower and a rack, so I wouldn't say it was too much of a loss for the Radiant side, but got a DD room bot. Looks like Lion's gonna try to go grab this, and he does.
Double damage.
Sven doesn't have any items queued up. Not sure what he's going to go next. Maybe Daedalus. I think Daedalus would be pretty good. That crit. Looks like Radiance teaming up here again in the Dire jungle. Looks like they want to push this top tower again and try to get this
Quick now!
melee barracks. Bristleback got a haste after TPing in. Spectre has his ult, so it looks like they might just let Bristle frontline this and let Spectre TP in while he pushes out mid.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Spectre decided to go for the Dire Shrine instead of pushing out mid even further. They get the rod on Venomancer. They're going to push
Dire's bottom
in,
shrine has fallen.
and they actually decide to just back off. Radiant just backing off again. Looks like Roche will be up here anytime. He's actually going to be respawning here in 3 seconds. Looks like Radiant might just wait it out. They're pinging in it. Lich pinged it out. They know it's up. They're going to go for the Roshan, get to the Aegis, and then they'll probably push. See if they end up giving the Aegis to Bristleback again, or if they're going to give it to Spectre. Spectre now has a Eye of Scotty along with the Desolator, along with the Butterfly. He's fully stacked up at this point.
Double damage!
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
And it does look like they give it to the Bristle, a good frontliner again. Bristle's a good Aegis carrier. He can just run in the front line with no worrying of dying. He can go down and come back and still just start spitting out quill sprays. Does a lot of damage. And it looks like they're going to just push down mid now. Making sure his stacks of Warpath stay up. They're just letting Bristle frontline. Dire's throwing a lot at him, but not much they're going to be able to do.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Range Rax is almost down. They get the vacuum into the wall.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Spectre halts. Lion fingers Darkseer. Darkseer goes down. Lich ult is doing a lot of work. Benno gets his ult off, but he also goes down.
Dire's top
Bristle's
barracks has fallen.
dies, but he does have Aegis, but Lich goes down as well. Meanwhile,
Dire's
Spectre's
middle
just going
barracks
right
has
for the
fallen.
racks. He has no cares at all. He's so tanky. Warlock throws his ult out to try to defer him, but he still gets the racks, and that's going to be mega creep for the Radiant side. Meanwhile, Bristle and Spectre are still going strong. Warlock goes down, and it looks like Necro's going to end up going down here as well. Sven and Grimstroke come back in. They're going to try to do something, but the Spectre is just super strong. They do end up killing Lion here, but Spectre's
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
just tanking everyone. Lion buys back. It looks like he's going to try to come in. Warlock buys back, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like Spectre's actually going to go down here. Grimstroke with the dominating streak.
Invisibility.
So they're able to hold off the Radiant, but Radiant ends up getting mega creeps.
Dire's middle
Sven's
tower
not
is
bad
under
at
attack.
holding off megas with his cleave, but other than that, it's going to be hard for Dire to win this. 21k gold lead for the Radiant side. You You got Spectre pretty much 6 slotted with buyback. Venno hasn't been too big of a deal. He's basically just jumping in, Poison Novaing at this point and getting killed. But that Poison Nova, especially with Agnum Scepter, is really good. Dyer's trying to farm here. Venom's up here, just venomous scaling some creeps.
Money changes hands.
So it's going to be really hard for Dyer to farm outside of their ancient at this point.
Gold for me.
Radiant's just kind of sitting back, but they have a long time before Roche is up. I feel like if they go in and get like a kill or two, they can pretty much end it because most of Dyer's buybacks are not up at this point. Bristle with a ton of utility items. And here they go. Bristle's just going in, trying to go after this Necro. They basically Atos themselves. Sven gets his stun off on the Bristle, but he gets Lotus Orb back. Out comes the Warlock ult. Looks like my computer's dying from all the action here. Bristle goes down, Darkseer's down. Lich's ult is still out, not much happening. It looks like Venom might go down here. And he will. Lion goes down, Venom goes down, and it looks like it might be another defense, but these mega creeps are doing work. Meanwhile, there's a ton of Venom wards in here as well.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
Spectre has full health. Oh, and it looks like Sven tried to go out after the Lich and goes down. He does not have buyback, and now Spectre might just walk in here and finish it for the Radiant team.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Mega creeps are swarming the Dire Ancient at this point. They still got one tier 4 tower, but it looks like Spectre's just going to try to take this and end it on his own. That
Dyer's
final
middle
tier
tower
4 goes
has
down,
fallen.
and their Ancient's in trouble.
Dyer's ancient is under attack.
It looks like out comes another Lich ult. It's going to do some work, not crazy amounts, but Spectre's just basically
Dyer's
playing
ancient is under
a
attack.
decoy for these these mega creeps.
Dyer's
They're holding
ancient
off.
is under
The
attack.
fortifies there. Darkseer buys back, and it looks like they are going to defend against the Radiant, but
Dyer's
there's only
ancient
so
is
much they're
under
going to be able to
attack.
do at this point. And it looks like, oh, it's so close. Oh, and in comes the Venom with the ult. He's trying to just end it. And this Mega Creep on this right side might kill it. And it's going to go down. Radiant team wins. That was a good game. Dire did a really good job at defending there at the end, even though Bristle and Spectre were super tanky, but they still did well. A good game on both sides. Dire started out real strong. Radiant not so much, but that Spectre free farm bot I think kind of secured the win for them. And it looks like we will be right back with some more Japanese Esports Network games here in a little bit.